What up, though? It's Marisha. I decided I'm just going to be as raw as I can be, and might as well just go with my name. And I would like to start here in a positive light. So, my name is Marisha, and I decided I want to do something a little different because we haven't done tarot in a while, and I kind of want to get back into the art of doing it. And I feel like what's the best way to do it than returning back to my first love, and that is being nosy and talking about the celebrities. Now, I do want to say that I want to do something a little different because I feel like it's very easy to just go into some gossip shit and just do general readings. But I actually would like to focus on the entertainers who public conversation around what's next in their career, and like just kind of center in a lot of the opinions and commentary around where people feel like their greatest like challenges are, and things that they need to get organized, and what is their best kind of move forward so that they can really kind of solidify their steps in the industry that they want to be successful in. So why not do it? Okay. And I think it'll be cool because not only is it just being objective, more objective and intentional with the readings, but I also feel like some of these messages, or a lot of these messages, can be things that we can always use, that we can also use in our own kind of career and things, ways to move forward. Because you'll be surprised at how closely we are related in the issues that we deal with. So, just kind of like I said, it can be a same script, different cast type of things. So there is a short list of people that I already want to do readings on. So this is the first one. And so today I actually want to focus on CoCo Jones. Okay? So, of course, if you don't know CoCo Jones is an R&B singer. She came up through the way of Disney, and she has spent years just trying to kind of really go through having her big break in the music industry as well as in acting. And of course, within the last few years, we was able to see her in her breakout role for Bel Air, portraying Hillary Banks. And then, of course, we also was able to witness her release, I believe, a mixtape as well as her debut album. And recently, she pretty much has been very kind of forthcoming about her struggles in terms of just trying to figure out what people want and like what her sound should be so that she could be able to finally kind of just get the praise and the recognition that she's looking for and really be solidified as an R&B artist that people are looking out for and are listening to today. And so I've been peeping the conversations, and I participated in some of the commentary on like TikTok and even on IG. But I was just like, why not go to the cards? Maybe the ancestors may have something to say. Shoot. And typically I love to go to my ancestors about the shit, of course. So, I don't like to pull random ass spirit from the atmosphere. I know who I work with. Okay, you should too. So yes, why not? Why not start with figuring out how, where are CoCo Jones' greatest challenges are, and things that she needs to get organized, and what are some advantages that she can take advantage of, because I feel like there's always a way for people to maximize on things that they already have, and then seeing how she can move that forward. Okay. All right. So Miss CoCo Jones. Now I do have some opinions. I will definitely say that. And I do wonder if it will come out in the reading. Should I talk? Okay, let's talk about it. So just off of like looking at what CoCo Jones kind of like one of her issues is, and this is just my opinion before we go to the cards, but of course, I always stay tapped in, is that I feel like she plays it a little too safe for me. I think that this everybody that claims that they know what's best for her in terms of her being like this expensive version of R&B and all these things. I feel like she's already portraying that, and you guys don't like it. And for whatever reason, you know, you think that that is what you want. But if you're paying attention, that's what you're getting. It's not good enough. You know, two people say that the R&B girls are showing too much skin, and you know, they're not doing music that shows off their vocals and all this stuff. Well, technically, she does music that shows off her vocals, and then she's not out here showing skin and all that. But the thing is, that's not. It's not enough to keep people talking. So obviously, we have to stop trying to judge the other girls for doing what it is that y'all claim is ruining the music, because that's who y'all are paying attention to. That's who gets y'all talking. Both the love and hate commentary keeps their name in your mouths. So like, it should be working for CoCo, right? Because that means that she's doing everything that everybody claims that she should be doing. So clearly, that's not what the people want. And so I think that she needs to forego this idea that she has to play it safe, because it's not working for her. I just gotta say it's boring. It's a bit boring. Okay? That's how I personally feel. You know, I don't care what nobody says. Some reason why some of the greatest R&B artists and musicians was able to make music was because they came with some shit. Okay, have y'all not seen the behind the music? The true Hollywood stories? These motherfuckers wasn't perfect. The seasoning was the trauma. Okay? So what is the CoCo Jones' greatest spiritual challenges? What is her greatest spiritual challenges? All right, so here, okay, so we got the Four of Cups. All right, so because we already know what the Four of Cups, that means sometimes that means that we kind of hold some shit in. All right, we're missing an opportunity, we're missing a cup. You know what I'm saying? Okay, let's see what her greatest spiritual challenges are. What the fuck did I just say? Greatest spiritual challenges. So we have the Judgment, Ace of Cups, and the Death. All right, so let me see. Let me clarify this Judgment, because I feel like I'm kind of getting what it's giving, but I just want to make sure. Okay, now. All right, just start. Okay. I feel like part of CoCo Jones' problem is that she kind of feels like she's at the end of the road in terms of like freshness. Like, and what I mean by that is like, y'all know when Andre 3000 had tried, you know, when everybody was trying to figure out why Andre 3000 hadn't came out with a sophomore album, and he pretty much had came out like really late in the game, I think a couple years ago, and pretty much felt like it was too late for him to do it, and that there's like this age limit to hip hop and all this type of thing. I feel like with CoCo, she has a very narrow-minded and limited view as to where she can take herself with her R&B music, and she's already kind of like willing to kind of settle into this space without like attempting to go into uncharted territories. And this is kind of going into why I said that CoCo Jones is playing it too safe to a flaw, because it's just like, how can you come into an industry that is built off of you being creative, going, pushing past the norm, and then for you to just feel like there's only a couple ways that you can do R&B music, or there's only there's only one or a couple ways that that my music is going to be received, or there's only a couple certain type of viewers, listeners, that is going to be able to listen to this music. It's really giving that, like, there needs to be like a renewal of her mind, because, like, for whatever reason, she, and this could also be her team too, don't really know how to break out of that kind of how can I say, stereotypical, this is how they think a 30-year-old R&B artist should be showing up in the industry. This is what it's giving me. This is what the judgment. Oh my god, because I'm like, I know the light is here. But yeah, this is what this card is giving me, or at least with this clarification. And that's not is, and it's going to continue to work against her, because it's like you're looking for a sound that you're not really trying to hear. You're trying to figure out how to get to that next point, but you're not trying to hear it because you still think that the answer is going to fit amongst whoever the fuck is in your ear, or what the comment sections are saying. Your answer is not necessarily going to be there, because even they can be stuck in that same viewpoint that is not moving you. Because, like I said before, everybody's asking this girl to be something that she's already, things that she's already doing, but y'all don't like it. So obviously you're listening to the wrong motherfuckers. Okay? And that's part of your challenges. You are already psyching yourself out in terms of where you can go in terms of your music. And I'm not gonna say that you just started, because of course when I looked you up, you do have music out, but it does kind of tell that, like, there's something missing in terms of that light under your ass, or something. Not well, light under your ass. Yeah, definitely light under your ass. But that spark that allows something to forever keep generating, forever keep going. Something that like you have to remember that you are always a student of this shit, and knowing that there's always more things to learn. And the reason as to why so many people have been able to last in this industry is because they have been able to change and go on with the times. And not only that, but they have been able to expand and also introduce new things. You know what I'm saying? Like, we have to get out of the idea that we have to always go along with the status quo, because even following the status quo does not automatically mean that you're going to be successful at it. Because we have clearly worked in this delusion that people love the status quo, but no, they don't, because the people are still fucking miserable. You know what I'm saying? People are still miserable. You can follow everything that people tell you for the tea, and there's going to always be somebody that's going to find a way to make it seem like what you're doing is not right. People are, like, you got a problem with people who think niggas is too perfect. So why do we want to continue to follow that? You get what I'm saying? Another is one of your greatest spiritual challenges, the Ace of Cups. How much do you care? Your creativity is attached to if you really give a fuck. Do you give a fuck about finding the sound? This speaks of a renewal of energy. This speaks of of finding the love again. Do you really love this? Is it something that you really want to chase? What do you want out of this? Other than just fame and recognition. Do you really want the ability in the safe space to make music? Or are you looking for validation? Like, what are you looking for? What are you looking for? Because this matters too. This is connected to the journey. This is connecting to figuring out what will make it work. This is realizing that my career is a journey to finding out, expanding myself. If your greatest challenge is the Ace of Cups, that means that you are struggling to give a fuck. You're struggling to actually pour yourself into the music. You're not as connected as you claim that you are. Dare I say it? I mean, I hope you're not getting too distracted by the other things that makes you think that you're not supposed to, but you have to be able to care about your career. You have to be able to care about the idea of being able, like, you're emotionally not connected to what you are doing. So why are you making the music? What are we here for? You say everybody else is struggling. Well, shit, bitch, clearly it says you're struggling too. Which is the greatest spiritual death. This means cycles. Coming out your greatest spiritual challenges, it's some shit that need to die. That's why I said you have to, whatever it is that y'all think works for you over there, y'all need to dead that shit. The safe shit, the all that, the first of all, you looking uncomfortable half the time. Girl, ain't nobody buying that shit. Things need I'm sorry, I don't mean to come as real, sweetie. No, mm-mm. It's I'm feeling it. It's girl. It's not working. You need to whatever the fuck you thought that you was doing. I don't know what it is. You need to scrap. I'm gonna keep that thought to myself. I'm gonna keep that thought to myself. But yeah, I don't like this. The branding that you're like doing. Like, I'm not even gonna hold you. I know she had just got married. I think his name is Donovan Mitchell, right? One thing that I recognize, and I hate to say it, that this wedding was probably the most publicity I've ever seen with Coco. And mind you, the wedding didn't even break the internet. Mama Leo's pink wedding did. And this was an R&B singer, Marion. What is it? Yeah, basketball player. What is it? What is it? NBA? No, I wasn't NBA champion. He went to the championships. But it's just saying that should have been the wedding of the week. It should have just. I mean, everybody named Mama should have been talking about that bitch. No, girl, it's not enough. It's not enough. It's just. I just want to let you know. People love you, but it's not. Whatever it is, whatever the branding and approach that you have, you gotta dead it. It ain't it. I mean, you could try to do the wifey thing. It might work for a little bit, maybe, but ultimately, You gonna have to find a way. Shoot, even Beyonce had to tune that shit out a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Like even her fans only want so much of that shit. So mm. I'm telling you this right now. I don't mean I don't mean to sound too harsh. I don't want to, but it's where it goes, and we're gonna hit that up. Okay. Let's see. Move on to spiritual challenges. Move on from spiritual challenges yet. Because what's some other spiritual challenges that we're looking at? What are some of her greatest challenges around this shit? As to why she's not able to make the music connect. And the thing is, she's a very talented girl. She's a very talented girl, very talented young woman. She has the ability to, but it's just like, where's the spark? Like, why should people pay attention to you? Like, you're not on Disney anymore. That can't be the only reason why people should tune in. And yes, you do have great music, but it's just like you have to be the draw in. Okay, the swords. We have the sun in reverse. Jesus. We got the two of cups. Jesus. And then we got the seven of cups. Jesus, Coco. Coco. Well, let me clarify this. Sun in reverse. Also giving her head might be in the clouds about some. Coco, because we about to move on. Because I'm not trying to get you deep. I'm here to keep it fun. I am not trying to get that deep. Shoot, okay. And justice card. And I do feel like she is in a bit of an energy of wanting to prove naysayers wrong, kind of like get the justice and knowing that she can really be that breakout star that she wants to be. And I think she's kind of centers a little bit too much around that. Like, it is so easy to get caught up in the negative comments. It is so easy to get caught up in the negative commentary. Um, and I say this just as a regular smuggler motherfucker. Okay, I can make comments on my social media and on posts and things, and there are folks out there who think that they can say whatever they want to say. Make kind of crazy comments, whatever. Um, and it can become very discouraging, right? And it makes it really hard to see the bright side of things because you're just so busy trying to people please. You're so busy trying to get like that external validation that you do feel like you deserve to have. And it's very unfortunate that, like, especially in the area of social media and in era of social media where You have people who make commentary about you and your music and body of work and did not and have not listened to one song. Like we're literally in the era of that, where people will listen to one song made out of on you or made on radio, and they think that they have the right to judge an entire album. It is unfortunate, but we live in those times. So sometimes I do believe that I want entertainers to really take that in and remember that you are, you have to give your music to people who barely know how to read. It is. Like, these motherfuckers don't know the difference between a treble clef and a bass clef. They don't. They don't. Okay? But they want to judge you, and you can tell because the only way that they could ever give you a compliment is just comparing you to the next bitch. Or anytime they want to shade you, is trying to compare you in contrast to the next bitch. The commentary is off. Oh, this don't make sense. This don't make sense. I don't think it would have ever made sense to you. That's so. I feel like y'all gotta remember that. You know what I'm saying? And with the Two of Cups, uh, also don't let your relationship define you. Your marriage. You were your own woman before you got in there. You're your own woman without. I mean, if you were before, well, you're your own woman before you got in there. You're your own woman once you're in there. I am never the look. And this also goes with partnerships in the industry. You probably need to be able to build better relationships with people. Okay? Girl, let me tell you something. You know what, fuck it. I don't know if you this is not to wish ill on any relationship, marriage, whatever type of stuff. You make sure that who this person that you decided to be with is also in full support of the things that you want to do with your career. And don't put your head in the clouds and believing that you need to get comfortable. Because you need to always put yourself first. Of course, it's always nice to have that dream come true relationship. Have that, wedding of your dreams and be in that fairy tale. But it should never be a loss of you further putting your chances of really being able to do what it is that you know that you want to do. It should never come to that loss. Because sometimes comfort and safety can also remove our chances of knowing what it's like for us to stand tall. And he can't give you the ability to stand tall. You have to be able to do that for yourself. I did not want to get this goddamn beat. Because when I see this next, the Seven of Cups, when I see this next to each other, and it's coming on the greatest spiritual challenges, it is saying that you got to come down. You got to come down. To realities of your relationship, realities of how you show up in a relationship, realities of how he show up in a relationship. I know you gotta perform a little bit, bitch, but don't let it be to the detriment, honey. You understand what I'm saying? Alright. So what are some things that she needs to get organized? Should I break out the other deck? Yes, no. Yes. Should I? Okay, I think I'll probably break out the next one for the shit. some things she needs to get organized. Actually, I might do another video tonight. I'll see where my mood is. I might do another one tonight. All right, Queen of Coins. All right, so let's see what needs to be organized for Miss Coco. What needs to be organized? Cause I've been shuffling, keeping this up. What needs to be organized? Ooh, Ace of Staff, Five of Swords, and Six of Staff with the Queen of Horns. What does need? Do you know what this means? Ace of Staff, action. This is what the fuck I mean. Let me tell you something. One thing I said about CoCo Jones, that I said that one thing she ain't really doing out here. Her mood, the initiation. There needs to be an initiation of action. Where is the performance? Where are the festival shows? Why are we saying you perform enough? You need to organize your moves. There needs to be actionable items on your list. Not just thinking, but you need something moving. Something has to be moving for you. You want people to hear your voice? Then baby, you need to be singing somewhere. You want to have conversations? Where are the podcast interviews? There needs to be an actionable process that goes along with that. You need to move. That's where he goes. Five of Swords, the arguing, the miscommunication, this because Five of Swords, Five of Swords can mean that you're dealing with a group of arguing, people going back and forth, a lot of like, you know, all this. I don't know if this is with your team, if you guys are kind of having a lot of disagreements and just not really seeing eye to eye as to where you're going. Yeah, that needs to get organized. Y'all need to get that shit together. Y'all do. Y'all need to move that together because that's what's going to allow you guys to be able to move forward in the Six of Staff, because Six of Staff is victory after a fight. Once y'all cease the fighting and y'all can actually sit down and listen to what the fuck is coming out of each other's mouths, y'all can actually move forward on something. But the problem is, ain't no action. Because y'all too busy arguing. You're too busy. Y'all might actually find out what the girl needs if y'all actually do something. Okay? Schedule some shows. She should have been opening for somebody. I don't give a like. I get it. Record. That's what I'm saying. Like, okay. I'm telling you, that goes to the Queen of Coins, Queen of Pentacles. She need to be moving. She needs to be moving. She ain't moving enough. She ain't moving enough. She ain't moving enough. Here we got the Five of Cups in reverse, the Moon in reverse, and then we got the Emperor. Alrighty, okay. The Emperor. And let me go to the rejection. Like, I get it. You know, like, I don't know if she may be feeling rejected by the music industry or that, or just letting go of the regrets, but really kind of like also Yeah, the truth is out here. This is where it is. Like, the more that she's able to let go of the rejection and that she's willing to accept the truth about the fact that, like, she can't continue to be safe and comfortable in the position that she's in. That she has to step more out of the box. She has to take more control. That's where that emperor energy will come from. Like that masculine, that dominant. And it's not to say that she's masculine, but it's more so like really being that boss woman that she should be. Because she really isn't in that energy right now. I just don't. I don't feel the energy of a woman that really wants it. Not as bad as she wants us to believe that she does. Like, I know that she wants to sing, but like your action behind your desire is just isn't showing. And I understand what it means to kind of be in that energy of just kind of like, you know, especially when you feel like you've put so much time and energy in getting to where you are now. You're trying to figure out, how long do I have to continue to put in more and more and pour more into something that is like only giving me but so much in the end. Like, how much time should I continue to invest in something that, like, is it telling me that, like, this isn't what I should be doing, or if I need to go another route? And sometimes I feel like it could be the energy of the universe is telling you that they want you to do it differently. That the way that it works for everybody else is not going to work for you. That you're going to have to come with something a bit more than just accepting what people believe is going to bring you the success that you want. Um, so, what are some hidden advantages that CoCo has? Let's shift it. What's some hidden advantages that CoCo have? And then we're gonna look at what's gonna be her best move forward. So some of her hidden advantages that she has. Ooh. All right, we got the Ace of Wands. That's right. Ooh, ooh. We got the Ace of Wands. Nine of Swords in reverse. Seven of Cups in reverse. See, I'm telling you, man, come on out. Four of Swords. All right, with the Eight of Swords in reverse. What did I say? Hidden advantage. Action. We just pulled out the Ace of Staffs. We just pulled out the Ace of Wands. The Ace of Wands came out again. You need to organize what's your next move. You need to organize your moves. You need to move. Get your ass on a motherfucking stand. You don't see that? That's a mic stand, bitch. They're handing you the mic. Get your ass on stage and sing them fucking songs. Okay? Get them viral vocal moments, bitch. Remember when you did that YouTube concert? And what was that song? I think Put You On. And everybody was made that run that you did go viral. And they was like, oh, you hit it. This is what needs to happen. Girl, move. Okay? All right, what is it? Ace of Swords in reverse. And like, I'm sorry, Nine of Swords in reverse. I I feel like Coco might think that she's locked away in like some type of fucking prison and like that, but like you're really not. You are in, I feel like, a much better position, especially financially. I mean, shit. Let's take advantage of the fact that you got a man with a $250 million motherfucking contract, bitch. Where I feel like, I think that actually, now let me take that back. CoCo Jones, girl, you have a fan base. I think that you're in this kind of headspace where you really feel like people are not checking for you. People are checking for you. Obviously, people are checking for you because if not, my ancestors would not have thought that you were a subject that I should even read on. So take that as a compliment. You need to get out your head in believing that people won't see you for who you are. That there aren't people who are waiting and they are willing to, see what it is that you come up with. You do have people who are interested in hearing. You have lots of people. You had a very successful tour. There are a lot of people who want to see you succeed, honey. So you have to get out of that. Okay, you have supporters. You have longtime supporters. Okay, you have people who have supported you since they saw your ass on the Disney Channel. Remember that. You need to remember that. And yeah, and get your head out of the clouds. It's not about this. The head out of the clouds. You need to get your head out of the clouds and be in reality. Like, yeah, girl, you got some work to do. Hold on, it's always this one little card that I always get stuck on as to how I should read it, because sometimes I be like, yeah, that's what I thought. That's all I needed. That's all I needed. I just got, okay, and then get your head out of the clouds. And then also with the four swords, I have also thought about this. This was something that added to us, a thought in. So I believe that CoCo Jones, you need to not put out another album this year. Please, please, please. Do not put out another album next year. You need to wait. You need to take a break. You need a productive break. You need to be traveling. Some experiences, bitch. You need to be going where you can hear different sounds, vibrations. Go do something risky. I don't know. Spend a night in the rainforest. I don't know. But yeah, I think she can, she has take advantage of the fact that you are not somebody that is in a position that has to struggle. Right? Because there's a lot of people that are pushing out things, doing things because they have to make this work, because they gotta be able to put lights on. You know what I'm saying? Keep their lights on. Take the needed break. Will you ever see this? I don't know. But she needs to take a break. Just so that she can really just rest and recoup and not. And I see that with other artists too, where their labels and things will be strike when it's hot. So they'll try to push them to put out multiple songs, projects, all this shit, because they're just under this impression that that the general public just wants to just hear more and more and more and more music on top. If they have not recognized that we get burnt out early from that shit, that I don't understand why, but they still do that shit anyway. But I definitely feel like her hidden advantage is her taking a break. Just go out there and sing. You know, people also catch on a little late too. If you actually sing your shit, they might see you past stuff. You know, you never know. But yeah, definitely take a break. That's what I feel like her hidden advantage are. Okay, I'm gonna wrap it up because I feel my energy is getting low, so it's getting tired. So, what will be her best move forward so that she can see the change in her career that she wants to see? Uh-oh, got a couple cards to fill out. Should I take? All right, I'm gonna take these. They told me to take it. Should I take? All right, I'm taking these again. Look what came out. 5 of Cups in reverse. Reject the bullshit and forget about the rejection. Girl, get that shit out of here. And it's also King of Wands. Action. CoCo, if you don't get your ass on and put yourself on stage. Oh my God. If you don't put yourself on that motherfucking stage, bitch. Put yourself on that stage. Oh my God, my God, my God, my God. Girl, put yourself on that stage. You wasting all that time trying to sing music that you're not even connected to instead of you trying to emotionally connect to music that you already got. Jesus, the magician. We got the magician. Yes, the sun. Okay, a new day is among us, girl. The sun will shine again. Okay? Your best foot forward is to remember that you always got a chance to improve your shit. Okay? Hope is not lost. But you got to believe that. Hope is not lost. Where'd she go? And if you, where, make sure you got birth control, bitch. Okay, we ain't trying to have kids right now. Just make sure you do that. Ace of Cups, again. You got to bring the passion back, girl. It's in you, bitch. It's in you. Do you find the love again? Where's the love? You gotta find the love again, girl. And the 2 of Wands, actually, like, believe it in the possibilities, knowing that there's places that you can go. All the places that you can go. Right? If you ever heard of that book, was it Dr. Seuss, All the Places You Can Go? There's a section, there's a part in the book where they discuss the waiting place. And I trust me, I understand the waiting place a lot. And we're in that waiting place, and in the waiting place it tells you, just like you're waiting for something to happen, you're waiting for the next move, you're waiting for somebody to tell you yes, you're waiting for this. And like so many times we find ourselves in a waiting place. Instead of looking at the fact that we can get out of the waiting place. The minute we stop feeling like we have to wait. So, prepare to move out of the waiting place with CoCo Jones. Or CoCo Jones Mitchell. However you ask. Alright. And yeah, like, not missing, again, don't miss the opportunity to, like, really, like, find that experience to really be connected to your music, because you're stuck trying to please an audience that do not know what the fuck they're talking about. So we'll end it here, child. You know, Miss Coco Jones, I have faith in you, girl, that you will be able to, have that turnaround. But that shit starts with you first. You know, you gotta light the fire under your own ass. And you gotta be able to not be comfortable. Actually, you know what? Let me keep this. If I do another reading, I might keep this out. Fuck it. But yeah. All right, friends. Yeah, that got me. I'm tired. Shit. You take a break, something. But hopefully you guys liked it. All right. So she's my first one. And we're going to thank you, ancestors. Appreciate you. As always, you help the sister out. I know we got something for sure. Um, so yeah, let me know how you guys think. And I have like 3 more people listed to kind of start off this little series, and we'll just go as the ancestor collective says that let's put something out there for them. And yeah, I'll see y'all later. Deuces.